So talking about some of the segments that we find inside of a circle, there's three big ones that we're going to talk about: the radius, the diameter, and a chord. All right. The radius of a radius is just a segment that goes from the center to the edge of the circle. In other words, from the middle to the outside edge where the actual circle is. The diameter is a segment that goes from a circle edge to another circle edge, but passes through the center. The diameter is basically like a radius, but instead of going to the center, it goes the whole way across, okay? So really important, it goes from the outside edge to the outside edge, so it connects two edges of the circle, but it passes through the center for that diameter, okay? A chord is basically the same thing, except it doesn't go through the center. All right, so a segment that goes from the edge of the circle to another edge of the circle and does not pass through the center on its way through. Okay, so basically the same thing as a diameter, but a diameter passes through the center, the chord doesn't. Okay, so here's a nice little graphic just kind of showing each of these. Again, the radius, it starts at the center and goes to the edge. So here's the radius. Okay, again, starts at the center, and there's a bunch of these. I can draw as many of these as I want, so every single one of these is a radius. Plural would be radii, so there's an infinite number of radii that I can draw, but again, it goes from the center to that outside edge, all right? The diameter, once again, there's a million diameters I can draw here. I could keep drawing diameters all day long, but again, the idea here is if this is the center of the circle, it connects as two edges of the circle, but it goes through the center. So it connects the edge here and here, goes through the center. This one connects the edge here and goes through the center of the circle. Okay, that's a diameter. And then the chord, once again, connects these things. Let's say the center of the circle is right here. Notice the chord basically does the same thing as the diameter. It goes from edge to edge, so it connects the edge here and the edge here, but it doesn't go through the center. And again, there are multiple chords that I could draw. Some chords are longer than others within the confines of one circle. Okay, so there's lots of chords I can draw. Connects the edges, but doesn't go through the center. Okay. And one of the important things to note in terms of the radius and the diameter here is in terms of the length of this thing. The radius is half of the diameter, okay? So the length of the radius is half of the diameter. Or you could say that the diameter is twice the radius, so 2 times the radius, okay? And that's just one of those natural relationships that happens based on the idea of going the whole way across the circle versus only going to the center or halfway across the circle,